2 weeks ago, I reviewed the Enya Inspire guitar and actually said it was a really good guitar and almost a game changer for silent practice at home. But has it actually changed my playing habits, or has the novelty worn off? Has this guitar earned its rightful place in my guitar rotation? Well, I've got some surprising insight to share with you guys. Hey everyone, welcome back to Soul String Channel. If you caught my full review of the Enya Inspire guitar, which is somewhere here, you know I was pretty impressed with this guitar. I really liked the neck, great finish, attention to detail, everything was really good. But as always with things, initial impressions can sometimes be a little deceiving because you get caught up in the kind of hype and the excitement of the novelty. And that wears off after a while. And what fundamentally you're left with is a guitar that you don't really pick up. So what I want to do today is just check back in, get past the honeymoon phase, and just think about whether this guitar actually delivers on those promises in day-to-day use. In this follow-up, we will cover the features that I've been using the most, what parts of this guitar surprise me the most, both in good and in bad, and finally, whether it's earned a rightful spot in my guitar collection, or
is it just gathering dust?
First of all, let's talk about how I've actually been using this. I initially thought I'd be using it a lot as a travel guitar, and that's, I think, one of the main selling points. You can bring it anywhere and just jam on, play electric distorted guitar, and have fun. No need for an amp. But what's really surprised me is that more than traveling, this thing actually got a permanent spot next to me on the couch. And here's why. The headphone jack, which you can see here, has been an absolute game changer for my late night practices. Being able to plug in your earphones and just jam, whether it's a distorted sound or a clean, echoey sound, whatever it is, on this guitar with headphones whilst everyone else is sleeping in the house is so easy to do, so cool. It just makes it so much more fun just to practice and play along, and it's just making me play more. Another feature which I found really surprising that I've actually used a lot more is the direct USB recording function. For super quick song ideas, just recording little quick demos, whether it's on your laptop or your tablet, whatever, it just makes it so easy. You don't need an audio interface, you just go straight in, you've got those basic effects there, and just to put those draft ideas down, it just makes your workflow so much quicker and so much more efficient, and that's something that I'm really into. Now, on the other side, what I haven't used as much as maybe I initially thought I would use has been the inbuilt effects and the inbuilt sounds. I thought I was going to be tweaking those effects, tweaking those sounds a lot more than I actually have. I've just stayed on the very basic presets that come with the guitar. I haven't made my own, or I haven't tweaked them too much. Whilst they are decent, as we said in the original review, I don't find them the highest quality, so I've either stayed with clean with a bit of reverb, or I've used my own plugins when recording. So having said that, let's break down the most used features as we said. One, we've got to say the headphone jack, that deserves top spot. I've been using that almost daily and really great fun. It's added about 30 minutes to an hour extra playing time to my routine, so I really enjoyed that. Two, the USB recording function. I've recorded a number of song ideas, real quick demos using this. The clean setting, put it on that, and then you can add effects later if you don't particularly like them. But again, such a convenient tool. Three, just the portability factor. It has the inbuilt speaker, it has the amps and the effects. I have brought it out, brought it in the car, just jammed along at friends' houses real quick. It's fun. It's a great, fun electric guitar. And for the most surprising one, you know what? I actually think I've charged it maybe twice in all this time. The battery life is surprisingly good, and that was one of my fears at the beginning. But you know what? Actually, really good battery. So what really is interesting in these features is that if you take all of them and put them together, so you think about the headphone jack, the good battery life, and the portability, they all kind of complement each other, and it creates just a frictionless environment for you just to play more. Along the way, there also have been some surprising discoveries. First of all, I've got to say, the neck. I really like the neck initially, but the more you play it, the more it feels comfortable. I really like the shape, asymmetrical shape of the neck. It's just a good, versatile neck. Second, and this again is something I touched on in the initial review, the tuning stability is a rock. I have never, I'm very confident saying I've played a guitar with a 2-point trem that stays in tune as well as this. Despite my best efforts, I can barely get this thing out of tune. Really good tuning stability. On the less positive side, however, I am very surprised by how different the especially distorted sounds are when listened through the onboard speaker or through earphones or as a USB. I really kind of like the distorted sounds when I'm listening through the speaker. With headphones or through USB, slightly less. I've got to be honest, they sound a bit artificial, they sound a bit too harsh for me in terms of frequencies, so I am surprised how they seem to have been tailored for the use of the loudspeaker more than anything else. But overall, the biggest surprise, as I said, this thing has increased my practice time by at least an hour a day. And it can only be a good thing, right? I'm a lazy bastard, I don't like practicing, and thank you, Enya. So, has the Enya earned a permanent spot in my guitar rotation? I think it's fair to say yes, it has. Although it hasn't replaced my main electrics and the one that I really love and the ones that I would naturally choose to record or play live, I've got to say it's created its own category in this rotation, and it's become my always accessible guitar. It lives in my living room, it lives wherever I am in the kitchen, wherever it is, and this accessibility just means that I'm playing more frequently and just picking it up and having fun. So guys, let's start wrapping this up. Final assessment. After more than a couple weeks of consistent use for practice songwriting, it has really exceeded my expectations. The convenience factor is up there. It really delivers on that, and it just makes everything so easy. Life is complicated, so you need something easy to balance that out, don't you? In terms of sound quality, it kind of aligns to my original assessment. It sounds good, it sounds decent, the cleans are very good, the distorted, I'm slightly less sure about. It certainly cannot compete with the high-end modelers, it cannot compete with those high-level plugins, but at the same time, that's completely to be expected, thinking about the price point and the kind of idea behind it. In terms of build quality, I think I'm definitely even more impressed than I was originally. The carbon fiber ensures that it's solid, nothing moves, stays in tune perfectly. This is a really well-built guitar. Feels solid, feels good. Electronics all work perfectly. Never had any issue, no noise, nothing. Very impressed with the construction. So, would I recommend it? I honestly think if you are looking for a practice guitar, if you are looking for a travel guitar, something not to worry too much about it, 100% yes. For me personally, it's become a really interesting addition to my kind of guitar rotation. I don't have to think about doing all the extra steps. I just pick it up and play. And I think that alone kind of makes it worth the investment. So I'd love to hear from you guys that have picked up an Enya Inspire or an Enya guitar generally. Has your experience overall matched mine? Are you using different features to the ones that I'm saying, or are you using it in a different way? Let me know your thoughts below. And if you haven't seen my full video, please, I'll link it down in the description. Have a look and let me know what you guys think. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this follow-up video. I just thought it'd be an interesting concept. And if you liked or found it helpful, please remember to do all the boring stuff like subscribe and all that crap. And all I can say is I'll see you in the next video. As always, please, please, please be nice to each other. Enjoy this beautiful world and play lots of guitar. See you later, guys.